just before the race, I want to know where I'm going exactly, and I try to visualize how it's gonna go, and that prepares me better for the moment.
Pavel, we always talk about success, about positive things with cyclists, but
Yeah.
I was wondering, what was the deepest point in your career until so far? You're young still, but
Yeah, that's yeah, difficult question to think about it. I think I had some hard moments already last year where I had a lot of races and I was getting a little bit sick, or the year before I was getting some crashes, so that was not the greatest. But I think it's a couple of years ago when I was still a junior and I had some difficulties in terms of like health. It was not really related to my immunity or anything. And I went to this one doctor who was not really involved in sports, and he said, "Oh, you should stop with cycling."
Ah.
So that was really difficult. Luckily, I found another doctor and said, "Ah, it's fine. We can work through this." So I think that was the hardest moment.
what did you learn from that moment? Because the one person is saying like E, and the other person is seeing a completely different thing. What did you take from that?
I think get a bigger outlook on the things you look for, and definitely also put your health first before cycling.
Was it like when you heard that news? Was it like physically or mentally challenging for you?
I think it's already some time ago, so I can't really remember exactly. But for sure, it was mentally hard because it's a sport I love. Back then, I was not a professional, so it was not that big of a deal. But still, it's something you enjoy doing every day. And when somebody tells you, "Oh, you should stop riding a bike," it's quite a hard hit.
And but were there some people perhaps or some things that were helping you at that point to encourage yourself to see another doctor?
Definitely my parents. I think my parents were supporting me since the day one, and they are still my biggest fans till this day. So my parents.
Do you perhaps also use any mental tools to enhance your career at this point?
I try to always step a level higher to read some books on mental preparation, stuff like that, and also talk to other people what works for them or not. But I think already cycling is a really hard sport, so every small tool you can have helps.
Serious questions done. Let's go to the fun questions. You've had a pretty successful Grand Tour already, of course, but what was your guilty pleasure on a rest day?
On a rest day, to be fair, we have really good cooks in the team, so I think we enjoy almost every day. I think my favorite is always French toast on a rest day because it's a bit heavier, it's hard to digest for a race. But I remember for last week we got 𝗗ص for breakfast, so that was really nice.
Dutch culture.
Yes. I think it's was like our morale food a bit with the breakfast.
Yeah, nice. If you could choose, Pavel, would you rather have a good haircut and bad legs, or a bad haircut and good legs?
For sure, a bad haircut because it doesn't really matter with the helmet on, you know. Luckily, I have both now. So, or we will see tomorrow.
What is the most bad advice you got in your cycling career?
Wow, that's a difficult one. I think it was not really direct advice, but when you see like what some old school guys like from Czech are doing, like training on empty stomach for a long time and not eating enough, and I think that's really something where you can dig yourself a grave, especially when you want to train hard. So I think it's always those old myths that can resonate with some guys, and I think the cycling moved on since those days.
Yeah. If you could ban one thing from the Sports Directive car, what would you get out of that?
If I could ban one thing from the DS car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know, actually. I don't think I would ban anything.
Okay.
I think it's fine. Sometimes maybe the stress of the sport director, I don't know if I can ban that, but yeah.
Somebody said cut down the caffeine in the Sports Directive car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny, yeah. I think, think they need their caffeine. It's also really difficult for them, you know, to drive all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the most important lesson in life you learned from cycling?
I think definitely to always try your best, and that's definitely all that matters. Always try to improve yourself from day to day, and yeah, if you do your best, then yeah, that's what you want to strive for. Yeah.
How do you prepare for a tough race, or if you know that a tough moment is coming in the race? How do you prepare yourself for that?
I think just before the race, I want to know where I'm going exactly. And I try to visualize how it's gonna go, and that prepares me better for the moment. And then I just try to focus and, yeah, try to do my best. I think if it's a climb or something, then yeah, knowing the climb definitely helps.
Yeah. Last question. If you could give an advice, could be cycling related, could be not cycling related, what would it be at this point?
Advice to younger kids, I would probably give to not really see that you are just a cyclist. I think also keep everything in balance and find hobbies outside of cycling that keep you curious, and keep cycling as a hobby. Of course, try your best, and if you want to be a pro, then go for it, but still have a social life and stuff like that. So that's really, really important, I think.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.